Ramble.
Thank you to Honey and BetterHelp for sponsoring today's episode.
Mamma mia! Welcome to Guilty Pleasures, the host that loves this movie. I am your host this week because unfortunately Zach Kornfeld is out. I am Kelsey Darragh here with special guests Rainie and Miles. Oh my God, did you get a fucking soundboard in between the last 10 minutes of the podcast?
There's always a soundboard on this thing. I just don't use it all the time.
What? What other noises do we have?
Use it so much. Nice.
Do you use them on the other podcasts?
Occasionally.
Shit.
I don't always use it.
Okay.
Wait, you should only use that last one. Please. Only use it.
Oh, this one?
That's not.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah.
And as always, we've got Garrick Bernard telephoning in from where the fuck are you? Georgia, baby.
I'm in
Shooting your
Atlanta,
movie.
Georgia, baby.
Television show, our celebrity. Guys,
Yeah.
I am
Hey.
so fucking thrilled
bad.
not only to have you guys here, but because we're finally doing a movie, a musical that Garrick has been forced to watch.
Yeah.
We're doing Mamma Mia!
Mamma Mia!
Mamma
Here we
Mia.
go
Again.
If you don't know, now you know. It's a musical turned movie. ABBA, songs, dance.
Yeah.
We got Meryl Streep. We got Amanda Seyfried.
Yep.
We've got the hottest older men over 45 in Hollywood playing dads. Mom's a hoe. She slept with 3 men all those years ago.
Yep.
And now her daughter's getting married. And surprise, daughter read her diary, invited the 3 men who she thinks are her father. It's an episode of Maury. They all come to the Greek island.
Talking Grease.
It's a festivities. It's a fun time. This is Mamma Mia. How is that log line?
That's right. Strap in for 3 hours because this shit's a fucking hell ride.
Now,
Wait,
I think I have a feeling I know
that was
how we
solid.
all feel about it in this room, but I'd like to immediately turn the mic straight over to our friend Garrick Bernard. Garrick Andrew Bernard.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Andrew.
I gave you a middle name. I know you don't have one.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today, my friend?
I feel betrayed. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I feel like somebody was like, no, we're going to get him with this one. And you did. You got me. You got me. You forced me and you sat me down to watch a movie that my mom would rent instead of the movie that I wanted to rent.
That's
I
pretty rude.
appreciate it.
Clockwork Orange
I'm
to
sorry.
Daryl.
To Amanda.
You've been weaseling your way out of musicals this entire
Yeah.
fucking TV show.
I didn't weasel my way out of the P.T. Barnum shit, and I had to watch this.
And you
I
just
was
loved
gone
it. You
that
loved
week.
Greatest Showman.
I was gone
Loved
that
it.
week. It didn't count.
Kelsey would have loved it.
What's one thing that's wrong with this movie?
Well, we're gonna get
Everything.
there.
I'm just saying, like, what,
There's so
what
many
problem
things
would you
wrong.
have with it?
Yeah. Like what?
So,
like
ADR.
what?
Everything is ADR. They just start singing out of nowhere.
They're
For no
outside
reason.
and
It's
I want to
ADR.
hear ABBA. I don't want to hear Amanda sing. I want
Yeah.
ABBA
Well,
singing.
it is
so,
Amanda singing.
It is Amanda
Really?
singing.
Yeah.
Wait, then why'd you say ADR?
Yeah.
Because they recorded it
They're
not on
outside.
site. They didn't
Yeah.
lay Miserable. They recorded it at a studio in freaking
In the
Studio City.
studio.
Rick, was this your
It's so
first time
fucking
watching?
crazy. Yeah. My mom loves this movie.
Does she
And she would-
actually?
Yeah, no, she loves this movie and The English Patient for whatever reason. But
We should have had your mom
she
on
would
as well.
always. Yeah, no.
Can you imagine Rick's mom as a special guest?
I mean, it would be very cute, but I would.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that.
All right. Well, we know how you're feeling
but-
about it. Rainie, what's your history with Mamma Mia?
Oh my gosh! I mean, it's seeped into my bones. Like I have so much history with it.
Oh.
I want to bathe in it every single day. I love this movie. Also, okay, so my history, I guess it was one of the VCRs in my friend that I was really good friends with her growing up. So I was like always at her house. It was in her thing. We went to see it at the DCPA, Denver Center of Performing Arts, shout out.
Whoop.
And in 8th grade, we did I was in choir and we did a mashup of Take a Chance on Me and Bad Romance by Lady Gaga. And it was
Yikes.
really, really bad.
Yeah.
It was really
Can you
bad.
give us a taste?
Do all the parts?
If you change your minds.
Rah, rah. So you do that part,
Yeah.
and then I do
if
the
you change
rah,
your
rah,
mind.
rah, rah, rah.
No,
Hated
Rainie.
all of it. So safe to say you're a stan?
Oh my gosh. I mean, truly, like this movie I just think is so joyful and such a jubilant female friendship moment. And I just can't believe that Garrick doesn't like it. And I'm like actually just confused.
Can you not believe it?
Yeah, because I
You've
thought,
sat on it how many of
I
these
thought he
podcast
wouldn't want
episodes?
to watch it. But once he sat down and started, I thought he would like it. It's
Miles?
ABBA. Do you not like ABBA?
No. I mean, I do enjoy a good ABBA song from here to there or whatever the term is. I don't know terms.
What's your favorite?
ABBA song?
Yeah.
Let's look them up right now.
Dancing Queen?
Dancing Queen's a great one.
It's got to be.
What's the most famous one?
Mamma
Dancing
Mia?
Queen.
Dancing
No, it's not Dancing Queen.
Got to be.
No.
Queen. Yeah.
Miles, what's your relationship to this
Gimme.
movie?
So I've seen this movie a number of times. I think I also probably saw it with my mom when I was growing up, when it came out. And I watched it recently with my friend of the show, who we watched Greatest Showman with, Eric Striffler. We did a live show. We watched it in front of an audience.
So
What?
funny.
And,
Hold on. You've done a live show of watching a movie in front of the audience
Yep.
before the actual podcast of Guilty Pleasures has done a live show watching a movie in front of an audience?
Kelsey, I've done dual content with my friend Eric of like 3 episodes of Guilty Pleasures.
What?
But we did it in front of a live studio audience in last December, and then we watched the Mamma Mia 2 in New York in like April or something. So I've seen both of them, and I gotta say, they're fun. But that comes with a big caveat, and that's if you got a glass of white wine. And you're sitting there with your
there you
gals
go.
and you're ready to woo.
Ooh.
Now that's going to
There
be
you
an
go.
Academy Award winner.
Oh yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you're not
So-
there for fun and flirtation,
Yeah.
you're going to have a bad time.
Well,
Yeah.
The
I tried
movie-
to
You're gonna have
I listen,
good- yeah.
but wait, listen, Miles. I was there for fun and flirtation.
Bullshit.
I was watching this movie with my girlfriend. Sequoia walks in and she's like, "You watching Mamma Mia?" Sure. And then she
And does
sits
Sequoia
down.
like
She's
it?
like, 5 minutes in, this is bad, and then leaves. And then leaves because it's that's
Yeah.
what
I'm starting
it
to question
feels
Sequoia's
like.
taste, and I've never questioned anything she's ever done.
She's got great taste.
Did
She's
you see
got
the
great
flipper
taste,
scene?
But it's
because
The
there's no way.
flipper scene?
The
Flipper
boys
scene.
dancing on the dock with their flippers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He didn't watch it. He
Yeah,
was
we
on
all
his
saw.
phone.
We
she didn't like. You didn't like that
I was
part?
watching all of that. I watched the cliff climbing scene and the hen scene and all of that. So I watched it all. I couldn't get
Meryl
into it.
fucking
And
Streep, Garrick.
I know.
Meryl
And
fucking
listen, I
Streep.
know Meryl Streep is a living legend and a national treasure in
Icon.
all of that. No matter how much you are streeping your way down the streets of Greece,
Streep in your street.
I still don't like it. I still don't fucking like it.
No,
But
I'm
whatever.
interested
It's,
in this because I
we'll get into it.
get that there's a disconnect here. And I want to
Yeah.
solve it. I want to sort of figure it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And this segment normally comes a little bit earlier, but Garrick, what could be done to this movie?
Oh yeah, we brought segments back, y'all.
Well,
in case you
segments
missed
are
it.
back because Zach's out.
Yeah.
And
Daddies are running this podcast now.
and the question is, what
Yeah.
could be done to make this movie Garrick watchable?
And don't give us
And
a
you-
bit.
again, by the way,
it
you
can't be
can't
a
say-
bit.
you can't-
say.
Yeah.
You don't make it.
Yeah, you can't say you don't make it, and you can't say they
I
can't
will say
sing
you don't make it.
because they've got to
And
sing.
I
Gotta
can't say
sing.
they can't sing. They got to sing. It is a musical. It is based off a musical. I think that it's much better as a musical. I'm pretty sure. But so the whole thing with it and the ADR, maybe cleaning up the ADR, maybe that would have made it a little bit more and like cut down on the songs by
They
half?
did do
Whoa.
every song ever. That
They did
Yeah.
all of the songs.
The movie
Yeah.
should be an hour.
So like,
Yeah.
right. The movie should be an hour long. There was literally like you couldn't go a full scene
Yeah.
without a song
Yeah.
being in it.
That's
and I'm
every
like,
scene
okay,
is a
this is
song.
actually crazy.
If this
Every
movie was
scene had a song
57
in it.
minutes, it would be in my top 10.
No. If this movie was 57 minutes, it would be The Proposal.
Wow.
And so that's why it's the Proposal is a really good movie.
It's a great movie.
And if you
Great
follow
movie.
those guidelines
Yeah.
and just add 3
Okay,
dads or whatever,
I have
and
something to
a trip
admit.
abroad.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
I
No.
okay, you know I'm a musical fan. Troop 6529 forever. Okay, thespian at my heart.
Mm.
I had never seen the musical,
Oh, that's okay.
Wow.
It's okay.
and I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who ABBA is.
Now, yeah, I also, like, if you showed me a picture of several people.
Is it multiple people?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Does anyone know the history of ABBA and why? Because apparently they made the music first and then the musical came from the music.
What do you mean they made the music first?
Yeah.
They're a very famous band.
Yeah.
Okay, you're pointing at me. I literally just told you I don't know who ABBA is.
They're a very famous band from the 80s.
Where from?
And maybe the 70s.
Sweden?
No.
Yes.
They're from America.
No, they're Swedish.
They aren't singing in Swedish.
That was the other band that was Swedish. That was the one with the cones on their head that was Swedish.
The Coneheads.
Oh, okay.
So they're an American band that sang fun pop ballads. Then they wrote the musical to put all their stuff in. They
wrote the musical?
I don't know about that. We should.
This is crucial
We should do research.
information.
How was Mamma Mia made? Let me see it. Mamma
made it?
Mia origins.
Because I love the movie. I think it's a good time. I will be here to defend it because that's what I do usually when Garrick hates it so much.
Oh my God, you're right.
What?
ABBA wrote this?
No.
Oh.
It's by British playwright Catherine Johnson, based on the songs recorded by Swedish group ABBA
They are Swedish!
and composed by Benny Andersson and Bjorn Ulvaeus.
Wait, so they literally made the musical
Bjorn.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That is my first pleasure. The fact that some ABBA fans heard all of their albums and were like, how can we fit these into a musical and came up with this gorgeous puzzle of a Maury episode? You are the father?
Yeah.
I will fight against that and say that is a guilt because this is the first iteration of IP and using it to squeeze out every dollar out of the American person.
Okay.
Capitalism.
Don't be over here
That's
acting
too
like
much.
Kelsey during Minions. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable.
Miles
She
cut
tried to
out
make
a
the
7-minute
Minions
rant.
about capitalism
I did.
and sexuality.
And Miles
So,
cut it out, and I
congratulations.
would
Now Mamma
do
Mia is about
anything to get
capitalism
that
as well.
7 minutes
I
back.
left. No, yeah, sorry. I left in probably 10 minutes of the 15
I would like
minutes.
the
that you were-
7 minutes
Yeah.
of my Minions capitalism rant.
Release the Kelsey
Release
rant.
the Kelsey cut. The Minions
Yeah.
Kelsey.
Garrick-
Other Zach was on the verge of tears as you tore into his beloved franchise. Anyway, but I do think that
That's what happens when you take the goggles of capitalism off.
yeah, it does. It doesn't feel like a cash grab to me because people love this movie,
the musical,
and they
too.
love the musical, and it's fun and flirty for them. But
They love the
let's get into
musical.
some pleasures here because we're
Well,
sort
people
of
didn't love the movie because it got a 55% on Rotten
That's
Tomatoes.
ironic.
That can't be true.
People hated it.
It's irony.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
people don't
Of
get
course.
shit.
They don't get musicals. You have 3 musical theater fucking humpers over here.
Randy, were you a musical theater person?
I just assumed.
I thank you for assuming that. I actually not until recently, really. I wasn't a thespian. We didn't have theater at my high school, and I know.
Did you go to Amish school?
I went to Denver School of Science and Technology. The only art class we had was creative engineering.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
what a travesty. I'm
I
going to
know.
protest.
No wonder you're in the business you're in. You never had your creative
I
outlet.
was repressed.
Yeah,
And
no
then-
live theater.
Maybe you are a thespian coming out of the closet.
I mean, now I'm like super high key. Like I just listened to all of Hadestown. the
Oh, what a
album.
great,
But can't get into that. But
soundtrack.
yeah. So I should have been a thespian, but I wasn't. But now
So
I am.
honorary thespian.
Yeah.
Honorary thespian.
Yeah.
People love the movie. They love the musical.
I mean, Amanda Seyfried's really charming. Like, I think she's great in it.
Let's talk about it.
Really-
Yeah.
Pleasure. Greek. When I think of Greek,
I think of
I
this
think of
movie.
Amanda Seyfried.
And I think of the most Greek-looking woman on the planet.
Okay.
I love all the curly blonde hair. Just
blue
like
eyes.
mountains of curly blonde
Yeah.
hair.
Meryl Streep, Greek.
Greek.
They're not Greek, by the way. Even in the plot of the movie, they're not
Even
Greek.
the poster
no.
for Mamma
They're not-
Mia, the
they're not
musical,
Greek.
is like dark features. You're like, that's a Greek person. This was like,
What if it's Amanda Seyfried?
Interesting.
Yeah. What if
She's Swedish?
Yeah, she does.
So-
look
I mean,
Swedish.
they might have been trying to throw it to some roots, but
Yeah.
it was also that those women came to that island on vacation and like bought a hotel.
Oh, she didn't buy the hotel. In
Yeah.
Mamma Mia 2, all is
No,
revealed.
no.
Oh.
She inherited.
Oh.
She found the hotel
From
and kind of just moved
Homeboy's
in.
aunt,
to be totally
right?
honest, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she colonized Greece.
She in the Mamma Mia 2, it becomes clear that she sort of colonized a Greek
She
island.
Columboed our fucking.
She just sort of takes it over.
It's
Island.
full colonization as soon as the movie starts. You're like,
don't jump on board.
no. Yeah, no. I'm jumping on board. Because it's like, look at this shit. They're just like, oh, I'm a vacation abroad. Oh my God, look at this swanky hotel. I'm going to live in it. This is mine now.
And then she bosses the workers around. That was my one guilt. I was like, all right, Meryl Streep, you don't have to treat them like, they live there too.
It is so easy to get overwhelmed by the problems and you just get fixated and you're thinking about them over and over. You kind of get stuck in that mindset instead of, frankly, transitioning to problem solving. Therapy is one tool that can help you become a better problem solver when faced with those challenges. I go to therapy, I use BetterHelp every single week, and it's so nice, look, obviously talk about my mental health, but also just to kind of work through what's on my mind. Sometimes it's just nice to have someone to bounce thoughts and ideas off of. And I think that makes me become better and more effective in my job, more effective in my life. And really what it's done is that it's allowed me the efficiency to then enjoy my time at home and not be just fixating on these problems. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, accessible, affordable. It's entirely online. Look, you can do it anywhere you want. Sometimes I just go for a walk in the middle of my workday. Get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey, and you can switch therapists at any time. When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/guiltypleasures today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/guiltypleasures. Today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. When I was shopping online back in the past, it felt like the Stone Age. I would get to the checkout and they would say, "Do you have a coupon to apply?" And I would say, "No, I don't have a coupon to apply." Thanks to Honey, it's easier than ever to find a coupon code while shopping online. It is the free tool that searches far and wide for promo codes, applying the best one it finds to your cart. It couldn't be easier because all you have to do is go to checkout on your favorite sites, find that magical Honey button, and click Apply Coupons. Bada bing, bada boom. A few seconds later, if they found a working coupon, your prices just dropped. I've been buying some new clothes. I'm hashtag Thicky Zach. Been putting on some weight. I got a couple pairs of pants. Saved myself $32. Yeah. And Honey doesn't just work on desktop. It works on your iPhone too. So you can activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. Does not get better than that. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/guilty. That's joinhoney.com/guilty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, in terms of pleasures,
Yeah.
the whole scenario of I don't know who my baby daddy is
It's great.
is
Gorgeous.
so hot to me.
Yeah.
For some reason, because we see the first guy, right? He's the Swedish dude, blonde hair with the boat, blue eyes. You think that's got to be him. Then you see Mr. 007, who I have skied with before.
You
Fun
skied
fact.
with Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah.
You have to go into it. You can't just drop
He's
that.
got a place in Telluride. We were in the same ski school. I didn't know it was him until lunchtime.
Whoa, what did he do a cool flip?
That's
or
crazy.
something?
No one was doing flips. It is a ski school. But he's a great skier. Very
Really?
kind person. Yeah. Very charming. Very nice to look at.
I bet he smells good too.
I didn't get that close, but I agree.
Like, a man that old. has to-
He's got to just be wearing the richest.
he's rich.
He's
Yeah, he
yeah.
smells good.
And then you got
Yeah.
good old Humpty Dumpty.
He's Bond rich.
Who's Humpty
Humpty
Dumpty?
Dumpty.
Who's our British English like fucking
Alexander Skarsgård's dad?
No.
Oh.
The Humpty Dumpty, the British guy.
Colin Firth?
Thank you. Humpty Dumpty.
Oh my God.
God, the disrespect.
Compared
that you're putting
to
on
Double
What is going on?
Mr.
This
Staircase.
is who this is your queen? This is your
This
king?
is your king?
Is somebody calling Colin Firth?
Yeah.
I couldn't
Humpty
remember his
Dumpty?
name. I'm sorry, but the cast is fucking stacked.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, the cast
and the
is stacked.
concept of one of those three men's being my father.
You know what was weird though was that one of the dads, I think it was Sam, was like, "Oh, I'm glad that my sons haven't seen you. Like they would never forget you or something." And I was like, "That's her half brothers." Remember that line?
Is it revealed
They
who the
didn't know
dad
that.
is?
Did they reveal?
They didn't know that. That's true.
So they're just being like, well,
they're just being
they
like,
didn't know.
you're hot. Yeah.
Did you think that
Do they?
they were being
do
like,
they reveal?
we should really get this family together? They didn't know
Yeah.
yet until later.
Right. The
Until
dads
later, that's
don't know
true.
why they're invited to the island. They think the daughter invited them to reunite with Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep thinks they're there just by pure fucking chance.
I mean, if I'm 50 and I get an invite to a woman I slept with 27 years ago to a Greek island,
Yeah.
but you're still in love with her.
are all three of them? No, they're not.
Yeah. Well,
Pierce.
no.
No,
Just
just
Pierce
one of them
Brosnan.
was.
Well, one, no, but the other boy was adventuring.
Colin Firth.
So yeah, he was trying to expand his
Skarsgård.
palette.
Yeah.
And Skarsgård, what was his excuse?
He's on a boat. He's just boating
Skarsgård
around.
was on the adventure, and then Colin
Wasn't he
Firth
still?
was
But they all
just
still had the
doing
Gaga
crazy.
eyes for her,
Yeah, but it's like, they're all just trying to slam again, probably. And then
except
they
for
get there
Colin
and it's
Firth
like,
because
yeah.
he's gay.
Colin
which
Firth
was
gay in the movie?
Yeah, he like says, you're the only woman you were the only woman I ever loved. No, you were the last woman I ever loved. And the only woman I ever loved. And then he looks back at this gorgeous little Greek man and is like winks. And you're like, oh, he's gay.
Oh, yeah. Well, they got to play to their audience.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like, they know that
The
this
musical
movie's
theater.
got to have some
Yeah,
gayness
yeah,
in
yeah,
it,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
But either way, those three plus Meryl Streep plus Amanda Seyfried, done. I don't know how you could possibly say this was no one did,
and
they-
ABBA,
they
and
all
like one
believed
of the most
it.
famous bands.
They
ever.
all did the best they could with what they were given.
And now, Garrick, now that we've sort of gassed it up, give me just a very specific moment that you thought was
Yeah.
dumb.
Everything you've been explaining, literally everything. So if you if you
story
have a
wasn't interesting to
scenario
you, at least?
where if you have a scenario where I don't know who my dad is, so I'm just going to be like, oh, let me just invite them, because this isn't like a court case that happens in every situation in every film that I've ever watched.
I got chills.
Or
I got
every
chills
like
what you're describing. I got chills.
Yeah, I was like,
got-
you got chills. You
You
It's
said,
saucy.
you said,
You got
I don't know
chills.
who my
I'm
dad is,
just-
so I'm going to invite everyone. I got chills.
Yeah, saucy.
That's so fucking crazy. That you invite all of the dads
Yeah.
to just be like, look at who I've become without you.
no,
And all of that
no,
shit.
it's not
like
that's
to
not her
celebrate.
headspace. That's not her headspace.
She
She's
wanted
a
them
20-year-old
there.
white girl.
I know
like,
that's not, I know that's not her headspace, but that's what I'm saying. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's so dumb that isn't her headspace. You don't know your dad,
But she's
your
gotta-
dad walked out on you, and so
Yeah.
now you're happy
No, he
about
didn't,
it.
didn't walk
walk
out.
out.
Outta
She
here.
did not walk
Meryl
out.
Streep never
okay.
told them.
That for what she knows. No. For all she knows, her dad walked out on her. That's literally the only thing that she knows. You guys are out of your fucking mind.
She does
This
not
is-
know.
this
The mom
is
never told them. No.
crazy.
The mom said that she never told them. The
Yeah.
mom was like, Meryl Streep was like, I'm fucking sucking these guys, not even letting them know.
Yeah.
And so they all are like, who knows? We're freaking, diddling over here, diddling over there.
Yeah.
And Meryl Streep doesn't know who the daddy is, and because she's freaking don't need no man to get a little.
Period.
And they
Yeah.
don't know because
Yeah.
she never said anything.
To back up Garrick for the one and one time only that I will back him up on this episode, the chaos for me was that she did this on her wedding day.
Yeah.
Sure.
I get that she needed to lure them in, but the stress of a wedding?
Right.
yeah.
And then I'm gonna have this man that I don't know walk me down the aisle.
What if he was
like
a
this is
drug
every
addict? Not that they're unlovable.
This is it. Literally, if you put it as Tyler Perry's Mamma Mia, this would be a completely different movie. It would be such a different fucking movie. Everybody would be upset. Somebody's getting depressed. Somebody's fighting. Are you out of you? This is crazy. It's crazy that this is a good scenario for you guys.
She is
It's
nuts,
insane.
by the way.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I'm fully hip to the idea that she's crazy and she's luring these men to the island in a strange way.
yeah.
But I want to know
Siren
I want to know who my dad is. Although I get it that like not DNA test, but like ancestry wasn't so readily available, so
Yeah.
you can't just like hunt down your father and all of that shit.
She
But,
did
like,
say,
even
I'll know it
still,
when I see him. And I thought, well,
and you
that's a
didn't,
little risky.
and you fucking did.
Yeah.
And also, and this is like a problem that I have that with the whole movie is it really should be called Papa Mia. Because it's not about Mama. We know who Mommy is. but we do not know who Papa is.
She's saying
Papa
Mamma
Mia. Yeah, but she's like, Mamma Mia, who's my Papa Mia? Like she's looking for the Papa. The conceit of the story relies on finding Papa. It doesn't rely on finding Mama. So I think it's called Papa. But I will say also her husband couldn't give less of a shit. And
he was forgettable, which apparently I've heard people say in the musical he's a lot more important. Like he left London, the Wall Street of London, to go on an adventurous life, went to the island, met Amanda Seyfried, never left, was an entrepreneur trying to help them build up the hotel and modernize it. And he's a piece of fucking ass. Yeah. He's a piece of eye candy.
Yeah. He's a hot piece.
He's a hot piece. Fun fact.
Ooh.
Fun fact. Ding-a-ling. Amanda Seyfried and that guy who played her husband, they fell in love on set.
Ooh. I didn't trust him.
They were together for 3 years.
3 years?
Yes, they were in love for 3 years. Wow. And then get this. They filmed Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again 10 years later, and she had to act with her ex.
Oh. That's awkward.
Oh. Mamma Mia.
Papa Mia.
Yeah, that's
now,
bad.
that is interesting. Another moment that I'm just...
That makes for a better story than the story of Mamma Mia.
Shut up.
What about a dark retelling Man of Steel style Mamma Mia?
What's Man of Steel?
The Superman one where it's all dark and gritty.
Oh, got it.
Like it's Mamma Mia, but it's not ABBA. It's like fucking Elliott Smith, and it's I invite 3 guys who might be my dad to this island, and it just goes bad.
And I'm trying to also fuck one of them.
The 2 that aren't my dad
is playing like a fucking crazy psychotic August Osage County character. Like, oh, now that you might be onto something.
That would be good. A moment that's iconic that I know people do online is the "Don't go wasting your emotions," and then she's sort of in the water, like getting drowned.
Yeah,
I love that.
Oh, I loved that.
I thought it was really fun.
They do a lot of fun things with the music. I do think there is a one or two of many musical numbers. I do think Garrick might be right about that.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at the runtime here.
Might be.
Okay, because I'm not the kind of person that hates when they burst out into song. I find that very fun. That's part of the fun of musicals is you're like, here it comes and wabammy. And Meryl Streep, was that her singing? Do we know?
I think it was.
Sure. It definitely wasn't Pierce Brosnan singing.
No. Yes, it was.
No way. It's 109 minutes, but it feels like 4 hours.
Yeah,
What's that about?
It was very long because it was a set piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we talk about Grease?
Let's talk about Grease.
Inside of a studio.
You think it was a studio?
Don't you?
I mean, I guess the hotels.
No. I think that.
You think they shot on location in Greece?
No, I think
like all their I think their exteriors.
Exteriors on the lake, I would say, was Greece. I feel like everything else was in
it's the ocean. Kelsey.
Whatever.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Yeah. You think they're on like a lake in Michigan?
No.
They're probably down on the lake.
It all looked very built.
Yeah, the hotel.
The
hotel's falling apart too.
Yeah.
Like
the hen house, the goat.
The Greek island of Skopelos.
I do like at the end when they walk 1,000,000 miles up to that little church.
Yeah.
That's kind of a fun moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my big question was how many people are on this small island?
How would you guys feel if 3 of your exes just showed up? Because I think that was the most intriguing part of this whole movie was I was just like, imagine from like, I think I would love it.
Fun
but
thing
I
you
also
ask.
hate it.
I did a BuzzFeed video where I invited 3 of my ex-boyfriends.
Oh yeah, that's right.
To the studio to talk to them and ask them why it didn't work out. I Mamma Mia'd. And here it went again.
And how did it go?
My. How can I resist?
Did you get back together with any of them?
No. But yeah, I fucked with it. That's what I'm saying. It's so hot. Like having your exes show up and you're just like hot, sun-kissed on your Greek Isle. Like one's handing you a check.
It's hot on the mother's side.
Yeah.
It's hot on the mother's side. On the daughter's side, it is absolutely psychotic.
Yeah,
behavior.
a nightmare.
No, because she wants her dad to walk her down. She has this dream. She has this, when you're young and you're like, if I get one thing, everything's going to be fine. And it's psycho and like super delusional, but you just got to follow through. I get her motives. I don't think it was that crazy. I don't think it would have worked out in real life as well as it did in the movie, but I think it's okay that she did that.
Yeah.
I think it's believable at least.
Who do you think's her dad?
Do they tell
I don't
you?
think it's believable at all. I don't think it's believable.
Do they tell you?
Any semblance of that word?
They don't tell you who the daddy is.
In the second one, they don't?
Yeah, that was my
No,
question.
she's
They
fucking
don't
and
tell you who
sucking
it
all
is. They
these
just
guys.
kind of
She never is.
air it.
We never find out who the daddy is. It's literally like she dates Priest Brennan, then she dates the other guy, and then she dates the other guy. The second one is much more like we didn't need to make this. Let's just run the clock on these songs, and Cher's in it.
Is it more ABBA songs?
Oh, it's the same ABBA songs.
No, it's not.
It's literally the same ABBA songs plus.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, you think they're not doing Dancing Queen in the second one? You're wrong.
I think it was Sam for sure
You out of
was
your
the dad
fucking
because
mind?
they shared an art skill.
Is that Pierce?
No, it's the boat.
No.
Colin Firth. No, the boat captain is Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Colin Firth is the guy who is,
I think it's Skarsgård because his aunt owned the hotel, and the aunt left the hotel to Mamma Mia because she needed money because she was having her child.
Skarsgård.
yeah. I think Pierce Brosnan is just my favorite.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
He's so fucking hot.
Yeah, he's cool.
Can we talk about?
They could also just do a DNA test, and all of that will be solved.
Yeah, but
I don't think
then
they
we
had
wouldn't
it
have
in
Mamma
mind.
Mia
10 minutes
3.
long.
The technology is not
Here we
there
go
in the
again,
Greek
again.
Isles.
Yeah.
They would have to go to the mainland.
My favorite pleasure is the two older friends.
I was just gonna say.
of Meryl Streep.
Love them.
Gorgeous performance.
Rosie
Oh, they were
and
great. I did like them.
Okay,
I
good.
love
Yeah.
we got one.
I like them. I like them, and
Yeah.
I thought they
like
should
them,
hook up.
and I liked the will they won't they with the older lady
Yeah.
and the black Greek kid.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is very funny.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
He just kept popping out of the ocean.
Yes. You're like, how old
Oh,
is he?
you know what?
Weird.
One of my very favorite parts of this movie: swimming as a method of transportation.
Oh yeah.
I want that.
Good
Swimming
point.
is a method of
People would just jump in the ocean, swim over to the boat, hop out, and be like, "I gotta go." So you jump back out. Oh my gosh, that's
fun.
my dream.
Yeah.
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 Who needs life vests?
Oh yeah, yeah. Except
All of them
Pierce,
could swim.
or no, Skarsgård did.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think he knew how to.
Yeah.
Because he
Play
got
the
kicked
same.
out of the boat.
Yeah. Also, did you guys watch True Blood?
Yes.
Because like Skarsgård, his son, is like actually I think the hottest man in Hollywood.
Alexander
Yeah.
or the other one?
Alexander.
There's so many Skarsgårds.
Oh yeah, Alexander.
They're all famous.
I love Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, but the best friends were such a delight. They're like tall and skinny and short and stout, goofy. One's rich, full of Botox. One's just trying to keep her visor on the whole fucking time. It's like, what girl doesn't have those two kooky pals?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love.
To just poke you and prod you in all the ways that your pals know how, call you a whore, to support you when you're crying, to give you a glass of wine when you need one.
Yeah.
They just had the comedic timing down.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are, I think, the movie highlight for me because they're like the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern
There you go.
of the Mamma Mia universe.
And you know who I
Yeah.
could have forgotten about? Amanda Seyfried's two friends.
Yeah, I don't even know who they
the fuck
were.
were they.
oh yeah, fucking
irrelevant.
Bippy and Boppy.
Yeah.
Who cares, right?
They were just obsessed with threes: 3 men, 3 friends, 3 friends. It's like
Yeah, it's like we get it.
we get it.
We get
They've
it.
just been like 3.
But that's like the classic musical thing though, right? Where it's just like the three witches or whatever,
Yeah.
or the
Yeah,
three
that's true.
the three
That's true.
dwarfs are coming to town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The three gentlemen of there's the 2 gentlemen of Verona, but like you get what I mean. They come in like groups,
Yeah.
and they're always like a pairing of the groups. Whatever the female number is the same as the male number. It's classic, and as soon as you see it, you're like, okay, well, who's gonna get together?
Yeah, and I think that the whole thing did make me want to go to Greece though.
Oh yeah, and also dance. I was
Yeah.
so upset. I was watching it in the conference room because I was like, I need to be dancing right now.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
reason to watch this without dancing along.
That's a
I was,
dancer.
I was gonna say, for the actual musical numbers themselves, here's what I like about like musical diddly doos in movies, right?
Yeah.
Is it should propel the plot forward. You know,
Yeah.
it shouldn't
Yeah.
be giving you the same information just as a song and dance. And I feel like we really learned a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is a bit, right? You have to be doing a bit because
I agree.
No. Sorry.
They totally moved it.
They're
forward.
ABBA songs. They
That's
have
the
nothing to do with this
brilliance.
fucking musical.
That's why
They have
it was
nothing to do
amazing.
with the
It was
musical.
a bit. I was trying to do
Oh.
the thing where you told
Yeah.
me, Miles, that it was so bad it was good.
Oh, there you go.
And
You're
then-
doing a good job.
Thank
You're
Thank
doing
you.
a
I'm
good
an
job.
actor at heart. But
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, no, I do think that the songs moved it forward, not in the lyrics, but in the Meryl's crying. She's so upset. Her exes are there. You didn't know that was how she was going to react. She might have been like, we need to get to business. But instead, she was like, I'm sad. So I did learn something from that.
You learned that she was sad.
Yeah.
That couldn't have been done with words.
No.
Yeah.
And the movie ultimately is a music video. And
it's the greatest music video except Lemonade.
Yeah.
It's there.
The greatest music video except Lemonade.
Yeah, it did remind me because I was like, this is an album music video. Meryl Streep.
Mamma Mia is better than Lemonade.
That's
the title of the episode.
It's not. Lemonade's the only one that's better. It's the only one that's better.
Yeah.
But the way
That's such a crazy thing to say.
the way it's shot is like a music video. It really like the camera movements. The way my favorites were when it would like randomly zoom in on someone's face when they're
the
like
practical zoom.
It was shot like a music video, but like the crazy thing about music videos is that they're 3 minutes long. They're 3.5 minutes long. So when you extend that for an hour and 109 minutes, you said?
Yeah. That's
while also adding in little chunks of dialogue, then you have this short film, I guess, that's like kind of
what if you cut
it just like
out the music?
No,
I don't think
I
you
have
can.
a fix. I have a fix. If we would have cut out the chorus of every song,
it'd be probably 25
it
minutes.
would be a perfect movie.
And also, I'm just curious, like, what would the story flow? Yeah, I think, by the way, it completely would. If you cut out every song and
It
just
would be
had
fine.
the movie,
Absolutely.
I'd watch it.
It would be
Absolutely.
the same story.
Yeah, it would be the same story. It is a fun-ish scenario to like dive into. Just like I invited my 3 dads to my wedding. I don't think that it would end up like that at all. I think it would have been a crazy like shit show of a scenario. But
Wait, you're telling me
it's
this
interesting enough.
You're telling me the ending wasn't a shit show enough for you?
No.
They literally
I wanna see
don't get
people
married and there's a surprise proposal.
They do get married.
Yeah,
No.
I want to see people get into a fight. I don't.
Amanda Seyfried and her boyfriend don't get married. They say
They don't get married.
I don't want to do this anyway. Let's go travel the world. And they're like, well, since we're already set up for a wedding, and Pierce Brosnan is like, marry me, Meryl.
Right, I forgot about that.
You were telling me that wasn't messy enough for you, Rick?
No.
You wanted to see someone get pushed off a cliff?
I wanted to see the 3 guys either fight each other
or fuck.
I wanted to see them get mad at like the mom getting mad at everybody, or the mom getting mad at the daughter, the daughter being mad at her father's. Like it's just it's crazy. Like
you want Dear Evan Hansen.
No. I don't want that.
You want it to be messy.
I want like I want like a story of like LeBron and his dad, where like LeBron becomes LeBron,
LeBronomia,
and then his dad comes back around. LeBronomia. I want LeBronomia, LeBronomia,
LeBronomia.
I want that. Like she's become this crazy wealthy person, and she like owns Greece. Let's say she owns Greece.
It seems like she kind of does.
And then they start coming back around.
Also, this island, what is the commerce like on this island?
Daddy.
All we got to see on this island was the hotel, and then like a mysterious dirt road that I believe led to like a full thriving city on the other side. They tried to pretend like it was this little island, but it was like, does everyone work for you?
There's like a store on the island.
Yeah.
I know this from the geography of Mamma Mia too, but there's a store on the island, and like that's pretty much it. There's like a little bar and a restaurant, and then the hotel.
Honestly, Greece is kind of like that.
I've never been to Greece. I've always wanted to go.
Gorgeous. There's in Mykonos, there's a town pelican that like walks around and like comes up to
town pelican,
and you like feed it, and it's massive. It's
I've never been to Mykonos, Kelsey. You've got to go to Mykonos.
Place,
okay.
You mean you never did Yacht Week in Mykonos? Can't relate. Guys, I'm in my hoe era. Don't forget.
Love it.
But Greece is like, it's hilly. Lots of white stone.
Yeah.
And a couple towns, a couple restaurants, and clubs and drugs.
Yeah, I think they could have used some drugs.
Yeah, this could have used drugs.
They were on some drugs the bachelor party.
Were they?
For sure.
You think?
What type of drugs?
Ketamine.
Ketamine.
Yo, ketamine might be my new favorite thing, you guys. I'm not endorsing.
You gotta stop promoting ketamine on the podcast, Kelsey. He is talking about it all the time.
Because it's there's no come down. It doesn't affect, as long as you don't do it too much.
The DEA is gonna fucking bust down this podcast.
Okay, but there was
Absolutely.
a lot of alcohol use in this movie, it seemed.
Yeah,
Everyone
it did make
was
me
drunk
want like an
and tipsy.
Aperol spritz.
Yeah.
Or like a, Campari something.
Ooh, a sex on the beach.
Yeah, not my thing, but
Tai.
yeah, Mai Tai could be good.
Yeah.
Also, I like the boat stuff because boats are cool to me. I think that it's cool to be a sailor. I think it's cool to be on a boat.
I love the idea of aquatic freedom. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
So like just somebody being like, I'm gonna take the boat
You're
out
a
to
yacht
blah,
daddy.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
But like any show or movie that takes place underwater where people can freely move about underwater.
Yeah.
I'm
I like how I
into
thought
that.
you wanted to be a yacht
Atlantis?
daddy,
Oh my
but you
God.
want to be a fish.
Yeah, fish fantasy.
Yeah.
I'd be a fish, 100%.
You bring up a
I'd be a
good
fish.
point,
I'd be
though,
a fish fan,
Rick,
so.
that I don't think for a woman who's poor that can't run her hotel, this was a multi-million-dollar wedding. Okay,
Oh,
first,
yeah.
yacht daddy
yeah.
pulling up in that little sailboat.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was not cheap. Did you see
Yeah.
that wood grain, honey?
Well, she can't be paying her employees well.
She's probably not paying them.
Probably
all.
not paying them at all.
Yeah.
She's just like, work for me. I'm the only business
Yeah,
in this town.
she's got prime real
probably
estate
paying them
on a
pennies.
cliffside
pennies.
It's Greece.
to pay for food for all of those guests.
the goats.
The goats. You got to feed the goats.
Yeah.
The outfits that they
The
showed up
overalls.
with.
She's got like 20 overalls.
They've got so many there. That dress.
yeah.
Honey, this was a private Greek island wedding.
Yeah.
We're going to pretend she's poor.
No, she's not poor.
No. Did you see that skin? Okay, the sun does not make you look like that. Not enough vitamin D in the world
She
to make
paid.
those wrinkles gone.
She paid
She
for the
paid for
skin.
that. She knows
I don't think, I don't trust the husband. And I think that he's sketchy and I think they're going to
What?
break up momentarily. Yeah.
He gave
Why?
me
Because
nothing.
he sort of did very little and she invited 3 random strangers to their wedding so she can sort of hoodwink them into being her father.
I've just seen that guy. I don't trust him.
You know,
don't
I
trust
did
him.
think he was a
Bad guy.
little sus when she finally revealed, like, okay, I did this thing behind your back. And he
Yeah.
goes, you only wanted to get married to
mad.
invite your fathers to
Yeah.
a wedding?
yeah, that seems like
like,
a
whoa,
reasonable thing to be mad about that.
No, she
what
didn't
a
plan-
fucking leap.
Yeah.
No, that's a crazy leap to make.
I
That's
wanna
a crazy
marry
Isn't
you.
that they didn't get married? So isn't that
But
why?
they didn't get married not because
Yeah.
the dads.
Oh.
It's because she knew he didn't want to get married in the first place
Yeah.
and she wanted to travel the world with him because they were only 20 years old.
Were they supposed to be 20?
They were 20.
Yeah.
I didn't look like that when I was
Yeah.
20.
It was like the Skarsgård was like, how old are you? And then she said 20.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little sus. I would have been like, hey, you lied to me. That's not cool. We built this foundation on trust. I wish you would have told me about one of your deepest childhood core wounds. Like, let's talk that out,
Hey,
sis.
Kelsey, are you good?
No, you know I'm going through it. You know I was going to be married one day and then that guy broke up with me. It was mutual. But I was like, yeah, as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, she's in an abusive relationship and she needs to run. This man was gaslighting the fuck out of her.
She invited 3 strange men to their island.
They could have been her fathers. They're not strange.
She's just so charming that I'll give it to her, you know?
Yeah.
And he is like weird. Like he's just like,
Oh,
what's
yeah.
his deal? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, no, I told you what his deal was. He ran from the London stock market like a fucking crazy workaholic cokehead. Ended up on the Greek Isle.
I feel like you're putting some stuff on this guy.
Yeah. Like a crazy British.
And he
couple.
fucking broke my heart.
How did we even get here?
No one on Wall Street is sober.
That's true.
Period.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
trust
I mean,
them.
but it's in London. It could be different.
Nah, it's not more posh just because they got an accent, mate.
And he's going to
I don't know. They might have different
he's
laws.
going to gentrify that hotel. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought he was Greek, to be honest. He had that nice tan going on, those dark features. I was like, oh, he's from Greece.
No one's
Greek
Greek
too.
in this movie.
No, not a single Greek
Yeah.
person.
No,
Even
they're-
ABBA is Swedish.
Except for the workers.
They're
which,
gentrifying
again,
that.
goes back to the colonial
Yeah, right.
aspect of things.
Yeah, they gentrified the town.
Yeah.
I
I have fun facts.
please, fun facts.
Okay, so we already know that Amanda Seyfried and that guy dated.
Cute.
Hell yeah.
Pierce Brosnan was not going to do this movie. They had to say, hey, we have Meryl Streep on board.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, you kind of got me. And they said, all right, now go see the musical.
Yeah.
And he went and saw the musical and was like, fuck no.
And
They were like, but Meryl's here. And he was like, well, if Meryl trusts it, then I'll do it. And so once Meryl was confirmed, then he did it.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't like the musical.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I have actually a fun fact.
Oh.
Did you know this movie was? Let me confirm this fun fact because I'm pretty sure that
You're about to lie to us?
This is true. What time? When did Mamma Mia come out? 2008.
What? Really?
That's what
I
it
thought it
says.
came out like a few years ago.
Mamma Mia, Tom Hanks.
Do you not remember a time like recently where it came? Maybe I'm thinking of this.
So I am fairly
yeah.
certain that what happened with this movie was that the musical was on Broadway. 9/11 happens. Tom Hanks and his wife go and see the musical on Broadway, and the country's in a very dire place. And I've heard this story through several different like people, but the idea was that Tom Hanks saw this and was like, Mamma Mia, we have to make this a movie. America needs this movie to heal. And so Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson executive produced Mamma Mia.
No.
And
Wow.
they got the movie together and got the funding. And then it was obviously much later that it was 2008 when it came out. So like, obviously like, you know, it took a while to
7
make the
years.
movie and it's
Meryl.
Meryl
Yeah.
and like, I mean, it's, you know, but that is the word on the street is the
Do
Tom
we think
Hanks.
that's
and,
how we got Meryl to begin with?
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
was. Yeah. Yeah.
that is because Tom Hanks almost starred in it, but then he didn't.
He would have played Humpty Dumpty, I bet.
He would have paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd have played Colin Firth's character. So, okay, here is the arrogance of actors. You're telling me that after a national tragedy, the thing we need right now
Yeah,
is
it healed.
a film?
It helped.
It healed America.
It helped a little.
It healed America.
No,
At
it
least a
didn't.
little bit.
It didn't. It really didn't. How about we?
Mamma
up
Mia
national
healed
security? How about
post
you get
9/11
understand-
America. That's the title of the episode.
Oh my
Listen, I just
God.
watched it and
It's
it
not-
ups my
it's
mood
not-
a little bit. Listen, don't say no
A
to a
little
few
bit
pennies.
for like a second,
Yeah.
That's
for like an hour.
not
and a half.
bad.
I'm gonna
It's better
say
than making
you
it
could
worse.
Put this on in the background in summertime.
Don't let
at
the
a
terrorists
pool
win,
party, at
Yeah.
some sort of
Anyway,
holiday.
I
It
just
feels like
feel
a
like-
holiday movie for some reason, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I just feel like whenever an actor says that I'm doing this to have the nation heal, they are upping themselves to a level of God that is very much not true and very much like delusional in my eyes, because you are not healing, you are distracting. You are distracting somebody for an hour and 50 minutes.
Or
And
distraction is a form of
at best,
healing.
of
Yeah.
You know, I won't. You know what I actually will say?
it's a form,
I don't.
form of feeling. I feel it's a.
Do you think
It's a form of
'cause I
coping.
actually don't think that's true. I don't think Mamma Mia did that, to be totally clear. I don't think that Mamma Mia
absolutely.
healed America. But movies that
Absolutely not.
movies that I do think have healed America.
Name one.
Monsters Inc.
Top Gun Maverick, maybe.
Top Gun Maverick,
Monsters, Inc.
maybe. Like, I think that actually distraction can be. You know what? Actually, Everything Everywhere All at Once I saw, and I was like, this actually makes me feel good. Not only about like, because
but
it's
I
sort
think
of
that's
about
just because we
empathy.
had nothing else during that time. The pandemic was happening. We had nothing else.
Yeah, but to me, that movie, it's not even about whether it was like the best movie or not. I liked it a lot, but whatever. I think it's just it was about empathy, and so I left the theater being like, oh yeah, it's like it is important. You know, like I don't know. I think the
Family
movies can be healing,
is important.
Yeah.
but I don't think that Mamma Mia did sort of solve the Middle Eastern crisis. But yeah,
Maybe.
At all.
maybe
At all.
Maybe we need to
We
credit.
literally tried to heal by ravaging another country. Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I don't think we need to
So
like.
in that case, it's the most American thing.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't give enough credit to joy, and I think it's like this movie can just be dumb and easy and like happy. I think that's so powerful and like really important. And
I agree.
I think it's
Colorful.
good. Like it can be a distraction.
Upbeat.
Sure, it's like yeah,
Even the sad stuff was upbeat.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think that there's a lot of credence to that. And I love a joyful movie. I love the movie 27 Dresses.
Ooh.
Oh,
I love Eat, Pray, Love.
Woo!
who
I think
doesn't?
that those are
Pasta.
movies that are just like feel good. Julie and Julia is one of my favorite
When you're
movies of all
sick,
time.
You put
They
it
just
on.
feel good to watch.
They make you feel better.
Yeah.
Mamma Mia is now. I know
Mia.
that Garrick has an aversion to musicals, and I get that, Garrick. And honestly, I feel for you. I
don't.
I wish. I wish for you to experience
that I
the
had
joy.
You said this
joy
about
of
P.T.
fe-
Barnum as well.
The theater.
You know, I wish. Yes, much like P.T. Barnum sort of healed America with the power of live theater. I feel like I wish that I could heal America with the power of Papa Mia.
I mean, if there's not a third, maybe there's something to be said about a third movie.
Mama Thria.
Mama Thria.
it would obviously be called Mama Thria.
Who would you guys hook up with? Which of the dads?
All of them at the
Pierce
same
Brosnan.
time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to
Pierce Brosnan is. You said that Alexander Skarsgård is. It's Pierce Brosnan still.
Yeah.
Is the hottest man in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He is the most stunning person I've ever laid eyes on
And
in
that
my life.
accent.
Have you seen that bit with him and Will Ferrell at I think it's the Golden Globes? They're presenting with each other, and Will Ferrell cannot stop admitting how handsome he is, and it's so fucking funny.
It's really funny.
He knows.
So this is Meryl Streep's biggest box office hit.
What?
Of course it is. Of course
Wow.
it is.
What?
She's probably so upset about that shit. Like, oh my God.
You gotta
I've
think
done
she's upset.
way better things.
Holy shit.
Okay, here's something really controversial. I didn't think Meryl Streep was like that
Leave.
good.
Leave, Rainie.
In
leave.
this movie.
Leave. Leave.
She was sort of like her reactions were always sort of like
What?
a little forced.
That's
Hey, Rainey.
yeah, you handle
Easy.
it. Miles, you handle this.
Meryl Streep.
In this house will be protected
I get
at all
that she's
times.
Meryl Streep and nobody wants to say anything bad. but
America's
focus on her.
darling.
I know, she's cool. I like
Watch
her.
Julie and
probably.
Julia, and you'll fucking be red pilled by Meryl.
Really quick aside about Julie and Julia.
Don't if it's negative.
Isn't it kind of sad that Julia Childs didn't like Julie?
Yes, but that's part of sort of the human connection. That's part of sort of you make an expectation, you make a goal, and it doesn't always go your way. But at the end of the day,
about the journey.
you're still that bitch.
Ooh, hear that. That's
Ooh.
like Tommy and
You know what I mean? You're still
Angelina.
forcing your goals because it's like don't meet your heroes. 'Cause
Yeah.
At the end of the
Yeah.
day, Julie was just as cool as Julia.
Ooh. Okay, that was
It's one of my
good.
favorite movies. I think it's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, Meryl was fun.
Oh my God. I just the way she reacts, the way I found her probably extending the scene a couple beats or the moment a couple beats.
Yeah.
I could watch her all fucking day. Even if it was a little bit like she was acting for the theater, even though it was a single
Maybe
cam
that's
Yeah,
what it was.
feature.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll take that note and
Yeah.
shove it right out the door. But she is, I know we always say it on this podcast, she is a masterclass in acting. I could just keep my eyes on her the entire time and have a good
Yeah,
time.
she's
Yeah, she does steal the show.
Now's the time of the podcast
Yeah.
where we have to decide, is Mama motherfucking Mia a guilt, a pleasure? I'm just playing guilty. Wait, no, a pleasure, a guilt,
A pleasure,
or a guilty pleasure. But how does Zach say it? Oh, he goes, a guilty pleasure, a pleasure, or just plain guilty.
There you go.
A pleasure, a guilty pleasure, or whatever.
We should probably start with Garrick.
Garrick,
Garrick, take it away.
try. Go ahead and try.
All right. So go ahead and try. I will succeed. Because I do feel like this is built off of a premise that like completely looks over every episode of Maury and every
What
episode
is
of the
Maury?
Jerry Springer Show.
It's like Jerry Springer.
I don't know.
Oh,
What? What is
no.
Maury fucking Povich?
I just go, we're
How
so
old are you?
old.
Rainey's a Gen Z. Don't worry about it.
How old are you?
Old.
25. I don't know. Jerry Springer?
I think she just missed the window.
Jerry
Holy
Springer.
shit. Maury Povich, you
They're
are
like
not the father?
shows are, you are not the father.
Oh, you're not the father.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry,
You're not
Gary.
the
sorry.
opposite of Darth Vader.
All of those situations are just to live off of the realism of the scenario that we are singing and dancing about. And then onto the singing and dancing. Every time I watch like a live thing, I am not a live thing, but like just a live action thing. I am watching this to be whisked away and let my imagination
Yeah.
take me away. Although I have watched like the Transformer series or any superhero series where it's just like, oh, this is something that obviously cannot happen. It is way more unbelievable to me that someone would just break out in song for whatever reason. So with all of that being said, every time somebody starts singing, I immediately get taken out of it. And I'm immediately like, oh my God, I'm watching people play pretend for a living. And I cannot help that. I cannot help but thinking, oh my God, this is so fucking corny. I know, and I get that. I understand that. Every time I act, I'm like, damn, I'm playing pretend for a living. This is fucking stupid. But even still, when I watch it and the illusion is broken, it is so silly for me that I cannot watch any further without being like, oh, this is a guilt. This is 100% guilty. I can't.
Okay, so you're gonna cut the last 3 minutes out.
We'll just cut all
Great.
that out.
Okay, Rainie.
All right.
And that's the cut.
I think this is just a pleasure. I think that it is a jubilant romp. You just sit back.
Jubilous.
I wish I had, what Miles was saying, that sounds amazing. Friends and wine. I'm going to do that maybe tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think like having that on when the songs come, you dance along. And then
she goes out
tonight.
Yeah, you said you're gonna do some friends and wine on a Thursday evening.
On a Thursday.
She's 25.
And I thought the dads were all really hot. I thought the mom's friends were great. I thought Amanda Seyfried killed it. Seyfried? See, I
like
loved her.
She's good.
Regardless of her last name, I loved her. And I don't have any. I still am. So I'm really trying to like get in the headspace of Garrick, but I really just don't even really understand your criticisms in any regard because
wow, the disrespect.
Yeah,
she said take your opinions and keep them.
Yeah, I think it's totally reasonable that a 20-year-old girl would invite 3 of her dads. It's so
she's 20.
She's 20.
I think this is a guilty pleasure. I think it's a ridiculous movie, but it's really fun and it's full of joy. And I think that it's like inoffensive. It's clearly struck a chord with Garrick in the same way that Minions struck a chord with Kelsey. And which is so funny to me. It's always funny to see sometimes movies will really get under your skin in a way that is so unexpected to me.
Makes no sense.
It makes no sense and it's so funny. Anyway, I think that it's a guilty pleasure. It's fun. The music's fun. It's like flirty and great and about, joy, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Amanda Seyfried's smile is just to die for.
Yeah.
So it's a guilty pleasure.
Amazing
Watch
actress.
this and have fun with it. And you can like watch it and make fun of it and be like, oh my God, the jumping. Like, it's fun.
Yeah. I'm going to have to agree with Miles as a GP, DP. I think the only reason why it's not a full pleasure is because those songs were long,
They were a little long.
Wow.
That was a lot of film they rolled on those songs. Fun fact, they
went through the
only
whole
did the
album.
last scene where the fountain bursts once. They did one take, because they didn't have enough. They didn't have enough days in the schedule to do it twice, so they just did it once and they got it and it worked. Rainie, Miles, our
What's your pleasure?
fun and fearless guests. Oh wait, we're doing that segment too?
You got to do it every week.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is the new segment we are allowing now that Daddy Zach has been fired from the podcast, where we give our pleasure of what we're watching. That
called My Pleasure.
Nothing. It's called My Pleasure. I'm gonna go with Nathan For You's new show, The Rehearsal. I'm behind everyone else, so it's new to me. It's unlike anything you've ever seen on television before, and I'm going to leave it at that recommendation because it's literally like nothing you will ever watch ever again. I don't think it can be recreated.
Yeah, and I think the caveat is it's nothing like you've ever seen unless you've watched all of Nathan For You.
Yeah, okay, fair.
In which
but
case,
elevated.
Because one of the episodes of Nathan For You is, I would say, the pre-pilot for this show.
Got it.
In a great way. Like,
Got
I think, compliments, but... my pleasure is the movie Collateral with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
I watched it the other day. It was on Hulu and I watched it and I was like, fuck yeah, this rules.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
We brought it up when we were doing Slevin, and I'm so happy that you're watching it.
Dude.
It's such a good fucking movie.
It's good. It's just like essentially the premise is for people to watch at home. I actually think this is a cool segment because it means that people go like watch stuff. But
that's
Collateral
the goal of the podcast.
Collateral is a movie in which Jamie Foxx is a cab driver. He picks up a guy Tom Cruise. And Tom Cruise, all of a sudden, a dead body falls on the cab that Tom Cruise has killed. And Tom Cruise is like getting Jamie Foxx to drive him around the city while he commits all sorts of dirty deeds. And it is a great fucking movie. Tom Cruise has gray hair in it. And it's just...
You gotta love a moving bottle episode.
Yeah.
It's fucking fun because it's just based around the cab for the most part and where the cab stops.
Yeah.
So it's literally just this wild night. Kind of like how Nightcrawler was kind of like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I love
definitely.
those movies. Rick, what's your pleasure?
It is not a movie or a show, but I've been playing Psychonauts 2.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it is a really obscure story-driven game that is about a young boy pretty much who is a psychic and he can like go into people's minds. And he fixes their traumas. And it's a platform, so you're like jumping around in people's traumas and all that stuff. So like an example is he's helping somebody with alcoholism.
Yeah.
And all of the little platforms are like beer bottles and like martini glasses and shit like that as he like tries to help them through this issue. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that rules.
Rainie, what's your pleasure? Do you have one for us?
Well, okay, so I just moved and I don't have internet still, but I'm waiting because I watched the first season of Only Murders in the Building, and now I'm getting ready for the second one. But I watched one episode, and I will as soon as I get Wi-Fi. Although Cara Delevingne and Amy Schumer are really dragging it down, so I don't even know if I'll finish it. But I am once I get Wi-Fi for sure. That's what I'm going to be watching. And the first season was magnificent. I loved it. Martin Short, gorgeous. I actually think I also missed the window for Steve Martin. So I'm sort of like, wow, like, do you guys know about him? Like, he's great.
The biggest star.
And
he's really good.
That note,
Literally, he was literally the Kevin Hart of his era.
Rainie Miles, where can people find you?
At Miles Bond on everything. Check out my podcast, Perfect Person. And yeah, that's it.
It's Rainie Toll on Instagram and Rainie Toll on Twitter.
And that's it for this week. I'm Zach Kornfeld on all... What's his thing? I'm Kornfeld on all the things.
Kornfeld.
I'm Kelsey Darragh on all the things.
And I'm Garrick Bernard on all the things.
And until next week, Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
Here I go again.
Again.
My, how can
I resist you?